Every Android OS video I've posted so far has been installed without USB, meaning you'd first install Disk Genius, then create partitions, copy files, install Grub, and so on. And honestly, there's a good chance of running into errors doing it that way. So in today's video, we're doing it with USB instead, in just a few simple steps, and I'll also show you live proof by running Free Fire on it. So, let's begin. First of all, you need to download Rufus and this ISO file. And remember, you need to download this exact same version of Rufus, otherwise you might see an error like this. So first of all, insert the pen drive into your PC and open Rufus. After that, the ISO file you downloaded, drag and drop that into Rufus, then click on this button to start the process. And while this is formatting, let's create a new partition in the meantime. I have a 15 gigabytes partition here, I'll simply format it, and while formatting, I'll choose FAT32. Now why I did this, I'll explain that as we go further ahead. After this, you need to restart your PC, then open the boot menu. My laptop is Dell, so it's accessed through function keys, but yours might be different. Then, after booting from USB, you'll see an interface something like this in front of you. From here, you need to choose this first option, or if you only want to use Android, then choose the second option. But keep in mind, this will erase all of your data completely. But since I want to dual boot, I'm going to choose the first one. Then some partitions will appear in front of you. Now, this is exactly why I formatted it to FAT32, because if I hadn't, you would have had trouble choosing the partition. So now, the one I formatted, I'll simply select that one. After this, I'll choose the ext4 option. Then you need to click on the Yes button to confirm, and your partition will get formatted. After this, whatever pop-ups come up in all of them, you need to select the Yes option. Then, its main installation will start. After this, Gearlock's installation will start. And then, you'll directly reach the Android OS page. But our work is not finished here yet. You need to restart the system one more time. After this, the boot menu will come up in front of you, but if it doesn't come up or Windows opens directly, I'll give the solution for that too, further ahead in the video. Now, you'll see an interface something like this in front of you. From here, you can choose whichever applications you want. Whichever one you want to install, just press the space bar to select it, then press enter, then its installation will start. The more software you choose, the more time it'll take to install. So here we've got it installed successfully. And first of all, let me show you its Wi-Fi, which is fully working. But in case you get any issue related to Wi-Fi, I've made a separate video on that too. Besides this, you'll get Android 7 in this OS, plus Octopus Keymapper is also installed in it. Now, let's talk about game installation. So inside this operating system, you'll get both Aurora App Store and Play Store from where you can easily download. But I had already downloaded the APK and kept it saved in a partition, so I'll simply install that now. So here, this has been installed. Now, I'll simply open Octopus Keymapper, then select Free Fire, and simply launch it. After that, you need to log in with your Google or Facebook account, but for now, I'll just use a guest account. After this, once you get into the lobby, whatever background processes there are, disable all of them, otherwise the game will lag. Then, you need to go into Settings and go into the Graphics tab. Here, you need to set the graphics to low. After this, you need to go into this tab and choose the Custom HUD option. After this, click on the Octopus logo up top, remove the gamepad, and select Keyboard. Then you just need to drag and drop the keys. After this, we'll simply start the match. So, as you can see, the match has started, and the FPS in front of you is staying completely constant around 45, and I'm not seeing any lag at all. There's a minor issue with keymapping sensitivity, but you can easily fix that with Panda Keymapper. So now, let's talk about the grub error. First of all, let me show you live proof of where the main problem comes from. First of all, following the same process I told you about, I installed this operating system. Now, the moment I do the restart step, my Windows will launch immediately, meaning the boot menu won't show up at all. So, the fix for this is pretty easy too. First of all, you need to download this tool. I'll give the link along with the rest of the files. Now, whichever partition you want to install it on, just format that one single time as ext4. After this, when you get to the installation step, the partition you formatted, simply select that one. And make sure you select this option. After this, keep the rest of the steps exactly as they are. Then, the moment your PC restarts, you'll easily be able to access the boot menu. So overall, in terms of performance, it's quite a good operating system. You should definitely try it, but if you get any error or if you're a 1GB RAM user, then click on this video on the left in which I've run both Free Fire and PUBG on PC. Click on that, and yes, I'll see you there.